Hi friends! Let me tell you something that will change your life forever. Emotional intelligence is the ultimate Barbie secret weapon. It's more valuable than any sparkling necklace or perfect outfit. It's the crown that sits quietly, making you unstoppable from the inside out. You think Barbie just shines on the outside? Think again. Her real power lies in mastering her emotions, reading the room, and turning every feeling into fuel for greatness. Emotional intelligence isn't some fluffy concept. It's a muscle, a mindset. And yes, you can train it just like you train for the runway or prepare for the perfect photo shoot. Imagine your emotions as the colors of your dream house walls. You get to choose which ones stay and which ones you repaint. No bad moods allowed in this mansion. You, my friend, are the architect of your emotional empire. You decide what energy you bring into every room, every conversation, every relationship. Barbie doesn't lose her sparkle when the drama comes knocking. She opens the door with grace, listens carefully, and responds with wisdom. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing feelings. It's about understanding them so deeply you can redirect their energy to something powerful. Picture this: you're at a party, and someone throws shade. Do you throw a tantrum? Or do you flash that dazzling smile and say, "Thanks for your opinion, but I'm too busy glowing"? That's emotional mastery. That's turning negativity into a runway walk. You don't let your emotions drive your decisions. You drive your emotions. When you're upset, you don't just explode like a popped glitter balloon. You pause. You breathe. You channel your feelings into clarity. Barbie's emotional intelligence means she knows when to step back, when to lean in, and when to flip the script entirely. You have that same power. You can choose to be the queen of your emotional castle, not a prisoner of chaos. Empathy is your secret weapon. It's the golden ticket that turns conflicts into connections. When you really listen, not just hear, you unlock doors no one else can open. Emotional intelligence means you spot the unspoken words, the subtle cues, the feelings behind the smiles. You see the full picture, not just the glossy cover. Barbie knows the power of emotional self-awareness. She recognizes her feelings like a collector treasures her rarest dolls. You need to name your emotions to tame them. Give them a place, then decide whether they're guests or unwanted intruders. Being emotionally intelligent means you don't let anger become your default outfit. You swap it for calm confidence. You know frustration is just a signal, a neon sign, telling you to change something, not blow a fuse. Imagine your mind as a fashion runway. Emotional intelligence is your choreography. It's how you move with grace, even when the music changes unexpectedly. When life drops a curveball, you don't stumble. You strike a pose and keep walking. Barbie isn't perfect. She has her bad days. But she's always self-aware enough to reset, recharge, and return stronger. You can do that too. Emotional intelligence isn't a one-time fix. It's a lifestyle. Practice patience with yourself when emotions run high. Give yourself the same kindness you'd offer a best friend in heels who just twisted her ankle. Recognize triggers, the pesky shoes that pinch your toes emotionally, and find ways to ease the discomfort. Emotional intelligence means you communicate clearly and kindly, even when the stakes are high. You don't let misunderstandings fester like old-fashioned faux pas. You address them with honesty and heart. When someone hurts you, you don't retaliate with drama. You respond with dignity. That's the Barbie way. That's how you keep your emotional runway clean and classy. Building emotional intelligence means mastering the art of forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. Let go of past mistakes like last season's accessories. They don't define your style or your worth. You embrace growth with open arms and a heart full of hope. Emotional resilience is your armor. It protects you from the storms and lets you dance in the rain. You learn from every emotional twist and turn, collecting lessons like rare Barbie collector's items. Self-regulation is your control center. It's how you manage impulses and choose responses that elevate rather than damage. Imagine your emotions as a sparkling engine. You steer it, control the speed, and decide the destination. You don't let emotional roadblocks stop your journey. You find detours lined with lessons. Emotional intelligence means reading your own feelings and others without judgment. You decode the language of body and soul, so you never miss a beat. You're a master of timing, knowing when to speak, when to listen, and when to simply be present. Your emotional intelligence transforms chaos into calm, confusion into clarity. Barbie's relationships thrive because she understands this deeply. You'll notice your friendships and partnerships grow richer when you lead with emotional wisdom. You build trust like a couture dress, stitch by stitch, moment by moment. Your emotional intelligence also protects your boundaries. You know what fits and what doesn't. You're not afraid to say no to toxicity, no to drama, and yes to peace. When anxiety tries to sneak into your mental closet, you catch it early and replace it with grounding tools. Breathing exercises, positive affirmations, and self-love rituals become your daily essentials. You practice gratitude not as a trend, but as a foundation. You find joy in small moments, sparkle in simple pleasures. Emotional intelligence means you celebrate your feelings as much as your achievements. You honor your journey, the ups and downs, the messy middle, and the glorious heights. You're emotionally literate. You read your own story and write the next chapter with purpose. You develop compassion for yourself when things don't go perfectly. You understand that vulnerability isn't weakness, but ultimate strength. Barbie's power is not just in her dazzling looks, but in her emotional depth. You embody that power every day. You don't let setbacks keep you down. You rise, learn, and shine brighter. Emotional intelligence means you manage stress like a pro, turning pressure into performance. You create space for joy, laughter, and love even in challenging times. You learn to balance head and heart, logic and feeling, ambition and empathy. You become a role model not just for what you achieve, but for how you handle your emotions. Barbie teaches us that beauty isn't just skin deep, it's heart deep. You, too, are a masterpiece of emotional intelligence. So, hi friends, start rewiring your emotional world today. Practice awareness, empathy, and resilience. Choose emotional intelligence as your fiercest accessory, because when you master your emotions, you unlock a level of confidence that no one can take away. Now go out there and show the world the dazzling, emotionally intelligent queen you truly are.